You're listening to I-95, Bangor's classic rock station with Jay Stu and Corey in the morning. Jay Stu and Corey rock.
I-95, Bangor's classic rock station. Jay Stu and Corey here today. Lovely day out there. Lovely. It's it's 27 here, but it's going to start raining here this afternoon.
Oh, great.
And just do that for a couple days.
Oh, and I forgot to do the trench thing that you told me about yesterday.
Oh, there's still time. There's still time.
I don't know. I'm not sure that my snowblower could get through the ice chunks.
Well, it's going to warm up into the 40s today.
Oh, all right.
You know, and then who cares? When it starts raining, get out there and just do it. You know what I mean? The rain will melt through that first layer. You just gotta put on your Gorton's fisherman outfit and get out there and make it happen.
Well, I'm not worried about getting rained on. I'm not even one to have a raincoat. I'll usually just go out and get whatever. It doesn't matter. But I do feel like I would be the one to get it stuck in the backyard, not be able to get it back out again.
Then make your kids have a shoveling party. Just give them all shovels and just go right around the house.
We could do it that way.
It'll take what with your little army? It'll take what, minutes?
With the girls at it, yeah. With the boy at it, there's no guarantee.
Yeah, well, you just sick him on a spot that he can ruin all by himself while everybody else does the heavy lifting. It's like on The Simpsons, Marge would bake a cake. There was one time like Homer's looking at somebody's birthday cake and he starts to put his finger at the frosting and she goes, "Homer!" She goes, "I made you your own special cake to ruin over there." And turns around, there's just like this lumpy cake with It's the ugliest thing. But yeah, just do that.
Yeah, I think there's truth to that for sure. And there's method to the madness that you suggested too, right? Because you said getting it kind of away from the house when all the rain comes in, it's going to seep less into my basement. You think?
I can't. Your basement leaks hard, so I don't know about yours. Mine, if there's too much in this one area, some water will get in. It's not massive. It's not a problem. But you don't want water coming in your house at the same time. Yeah. So I read it online somewhere. You just dig a perimeter around your house, like a dry moat. How's that?
I've always wanted a moat, so I'm gonna do it.
There you go.
That'll be great.
This will be like an anti-moat, but it'll feel like one.
It will. It will feel like maybe I'll put some tiny fake crocodiles out there. Just go. I'm pretty sure we have some in my house somewhere.
Fake crocodiles?
Yeah.
You should stick flamingos in their mouths. Then you'll have you'll have the ultimate lawn war.
If you wanted to vote today in our ultimate, we've got a snake battle kind of going on. I mean, kind of. It's loose. Let's put it that way. ZZ Top, you picked Tube Snake Boogie. I've got Steve Earle's Copperhead Road.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I felt, well, you know what? It's funny. Our buddy Litho and I were out at lunch like 2 or 3 weeks ago at, I want to say Blue Sky. And they had a kick-ass playlist going. And I was like, Copperhead Road? I never hear that anymore. So that was inspired by lunch. Yeah. And snakes.
I think everything you do is inspired by lunch.
Oh, you're right.
Whole lot of lunch.
Yeah.
That's what. Listen, you're the one making this about food. I'm talking about.
Did you not
radio
tell
stuff.
me yesterday the only thing that could lure me away from my family was a food truck?
Maybe.
Yeah,
but then you reminded me that I gave you that on a coffee mug for Christmas. So true. That precedent had been set. I was simply following protocol.
All right. Well, that's there. It's up right now, 991-9713. Or you can hit us up on Facebook or our app and vote for Tube Snake Boogie or Copperhead Road, because I'm a fat kid.
Hey, you're singing to the choir over here, the very large, rotund choir. That's me. I'm a shape. Round is a shape. All right, let's do this. It's the I-95 Morning Music Matchup. I-95, Jay Stu and Corey on Bangor's classic rock station. Remember yesterday I told you how my car died? And I got it towed away and stuff like that. That was a fun thing all by itself. Like, for instance, when the tow truck guy came, he, after a brief conversation, he's like, "Hey, I bet you if I get my power pack, we can get it started. And instead of pulling your car out of the garage, we can just kind of," he goes, "I bet we can get it running enough to get it up on the back of the thing." I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." So he gets it going. He goes out to his truck to do some stuff. I pull right up behind his thing, and then I shut the car off. So then he's like, "Did you just shut it off?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm an idiot." And I was like, So he had to get his
you
power
did
pack
not.
back out, and we started it up again. It was like 2 seconds. It wasn't a big deal, but it was just hilarious. It was just one of those moments. Comedy of errors that began when I left here because I'm like, oh, I'll borrow the station vehicle and I'll take that home so I have a car so I can get back and forth to work. And of course, because of all the weather we had, there's like inches of snow and ice all over the windshield and the roof. And of course, not a winter tool to be found anywhere, right? No,
There's a shovel right by my office.
you don't really use a shovel on a car.
No, I know, but wow, they don't have those in the company vehicles.
No, not this one. There isn't one in there. There's nothing in there. I went through it. I was like, oh, there must be an ice scraper in here. One of those things or whatever. So the best I could find was a Powerade bottle. So I cranked up the stupid defrost inside the vehicle as hard as it would go, and then basically beat the ice apart with a Powerade bottle for about 10 minutes.
Hey, that's Yankee ingenuity. Good for you.
It was anybody that looked out a window yesterday and saw this happening would have lost their minds. Because I'm like, dosh with a stupid plastic bottle.
You got it
trying
done,
to get
though,
it off
didn't
there.
it?
Well, and then I get all that off. I get that cleaned off, and I'm like, all right, finally I can get out of here. And the thing doesn't have snow tires on it, and there's like half a foot of snow behind it. So I'm like rocking back and forth in the space trying to get the thing pulled out. And it was just like, wow, why did I lose a bet with God this week? Like, what is going on? And it's this is Monday. So, I can't even imagine how the rest of the week is going to go. I just can't wait to find out.
I can't wait to hear.
Yeah.
And you came across an albino porcupine?
An albino porcupine. Whatever's wrong with my car is a bit of a mystery. So I have the luxury of just letting people discover what might be wrong with it for however many dollars an hour. So that's going to be. My garage is really cool, and they're great folks. But just the same, you get worried when it's an exploratory type thing. It's just, when you take it in and you say, hey, this is wrong with it, and they fix that, and you leave, that's fine.
Yes.
When you don't know what's
you don't
wrong.
want exploratory stuff, your body and your car.
Yeah. Yep. That's true. Under all circumstances. I don't want anybody under this hood.
Nope. Wow. All right. Well, I'm glad you made it to work.
Thanks to the station vehicle.
That doesn't have snow tires, apparently.
I don't need them now. I just needed them then.
We've got our morning music matchup up right now at I-95 at the Facebook page. You can vote there or call us, 991-9713. Ian and his wife already called from South Carolina to rub it in that it's going to be in the 60s and 70s today.
Jerks.
So have yourself a wonderful day. But you can vote for Steve Earle, Copperhead Road, or ZZ Top's Tube Snake Boogie. That is it's your choice today. So let us know which one of those you pick.
Let's do it. We're on the home stretch. Wrap up the matchup on I-95. Steve Earle, mandolining and bagpiping.
Winning.
Is that what that is?
He's mandolining and winning.
Well,
I'm
yeah.
not sure.
He's mando winning.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
He picked up the mando win.
Yes, and that means that ZZ Top's Tube Snake Boogie goes ahead with Kisses Rock and Roll All Night. So that's shaping up to be a pretty good battle.
Yeah, depending on how tomorrow and Thursday go, that could actually be pretty swizz, as the kids say. I don't know if they say that.
You know what the kids say that I didn't understand yesterday, but I learned pretty quick?
I can't imagine.
So my daughter, Grace, who's 13, she said to me, and she could hear my son come in from outside, and she said, "Hey, Mom, I dare you to mew when he gets in here." And when Noah comes into the room, and I'm like, "Yeah, okay." But I'm thinking... Okay,
whenever a kid says that, something weird is about to happen. I dare you to meow when he comes in.
That's what I did. He came in, and I was like, "Hey, Noah, mew." And they all start hysterically laughing. And I'm like, okay, mew is not what I think it is.
Okay.
Apparently, mewing, it's a thing now. And it's supposed to somehow, like, accentuate your jaw. It's almost like a series of hand movements around your face that's supposed to make you, let's just say that it's not a cat sound, okay? It's not a cat sound.
All right.
It's not a terrible thing, but it's also not a cat sound. So I
Interesting.
instantly outed myself as the world's lamest mom because I didn't know what mewing was.
Oh, no.
I do. What?
No, go finish what you're saying.
I did find out it's a thing. Other people have had to Google it as well, not just me. I'm not alone in the world, but it is apparently well, like I said, it's an orthodontal facial trend, is what they call it.
Mew. Like, is it
Yeah.
is it the new duck mouth? Like in selfies kind of deal?
Kind of, yes.
Weird.
It's kind of that way. It's just, I
remember I had a student in my rock classes, and he would play this one little drum beat, and everybody would lose their minds. And he just all the time, he'd do it at class. He'd sit down and be like, boom, doom, gast, gunk, and I'm like, what? And everybody would lose their crap. So like a year, no lie, just like a year ago, I'm watching a documentary, and I realized that what he's doing is playing the intro music to Pornhub.
Yes.
And it's like a thing. Like you go on YouTube, you'll see like kids at like a college football game where there's 20,000 people there. Someone will do that little beat and the whole place will lose their minds. Like it's it's a cultural thing. Sad but true. But for the longest time, I'm like, why is that so funny? I was like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
And I found out through this other source. I see that kid who aged out of the program a while ago. It's like, I know what you did, you little son of a bitch. I know what you did. Anyway.
Well, it has to do with apparently it's like a do-it-yourself facial restructuring method. It's where you basically you take the tongue on the roof of your mouth and you make your jawline look tighter.
The more you say about it, the less I want to know. I'm just not because of you, but it just sounds ridiculous.
Just don't. When somebody asks you to mew, don't think it's a cat sound.
Good enough.
Mew. Yeah, that's exactly. I was like mew, and they lost
All
it.
right,
Yeah.
We're gonna mew our way into the next thing. Stay here, I-95. I-95, Bangor's classic rock station at 95.7 FM. We're just hanging out here on a lovely Tuesday, waiting for some rain to start.
That's what I hear is coming our way. We were just talking about, I'm just seeing video after video of this bridge go down, and more is coming out about it. This is if you haven't seen it yet, you just woke up, you'll see it everywhere today. Because in Baltimore, the Francis Scott Key Bridge went down after a cargo ship hit it, and the whole thing went down. And I'm seeing different perspectives. One of them you see the whole bridge come down, which is terrifying. But then there's some lady who got some video as she was crossing, which is insane. So that's going to be certainly the talk of the town, even though we're not in Baltimore. It's on the front page of everything today. So hopefully they are able to get as many people out. But right now they're just calling it basically a very big mass.
To be very clear, this is not in Maine at all. No. This is not happening to anybody here right now. It's a tragedy where it's happening. But just in case anybody jumps in, you hear tragedy, you hear bridge fall, you hear missing people. Just let's be super clear that it's not here.
Like I said, it'll be on every headline that you look at because it's kind of inescapable today. So certainly we're thinking about, even though it's not in Maine, we're thinking about people who are out that way, because I'm sure certainly they're friends and family of those who live here who have been affected by that. And it's just massively, transportation back and forth from where that bridge ran. That's going to be an interesting thing. And as you said, the Army Corps of Engineers, we've seen them do this through even the folks at the university. I've seen them do those little pop-up bridges up there. One of the I think at the engineering department heads had done that once when we were kind of taking a look at that. And what they're able to do with those things are pretty amazing. So hopefully they get something instituted and ready to go. But right now they're just basically saying to everybody stay away from the situation so they can get what they can out of the water and deal with that. So
yeah, again, not here though. So nope, I don't want anybody to worry and think, oh, my grandmother fell off a bridge.
No, the most crazy thing we have going on here right now is rain. But as I said, even though it's not here in Maine, it's certainly impacting others and folks who are connected with it. So That's what you're going to wake up to today because it happened overnight about 1:30 in the morning. So that's happening. We've got that. Then we've got the craziness of the weather happening here with the possibility of some rain and some flooding. So good morning.
Absolutely.
Happy day to you. And then whatever's happening in our back parking lot.
Sure. Forecast will be coming up in a bit. We'll keep you posted there. Stay here, I-95. I-95, Bangor's classic rock station. Jay, Stu, and Corey here. I feel like this happens at a lot of other people's work too sometimes. But, I'm looking outside at this thing, and I'm wondering if I live here now. Because there's...
Explain first. So, when I came in yesterday, it was just the gigantic tower truck thing. There were a couple of dudes sitting there, and I thought to myself when I came to park at the back of the building, I better not park here. I might get stuck here because it looks like they're going to do some stuff. You said they just brought in an 18-wheeler on top of it? Oh, yeah.
There's like an 18-wheeler, a giant crane, and people parked out back.
So they're trying to put up a tower, right?
I have no idea what they're trying to do. In fact, it's probably something like if we talk about it, Men in Black will bust through the windows here at any minute and arrest us. Probably.
So I'm glad that we're doing that.
Yeah, it's probably something. It's like a top secret government thing, I'm sure.
To your point, though, the people who are parked in the back, like yourself and several other employees that get in early in the morning who park in the back, they're stuck now, huh?
If I had to leave right now, I'd have to ask. Real life giant construction equipment to get out of my way. Be like, hey, can you just move this 18-wheeler covered in whatever this is real quick? But hey, everybody's got a job to do. You got to do your thing.
Absolutely.
It's like, and whatever's going on back there is crazy town. But
maybe they would have put like "Don't park here" signs for the day.
Maybe they're going to give us all a ride.
Hey,
we can get rides on the crane.
Okay, I wouldn't want that because I'm afraid of heights, but that sounds pretty badass. You should totally do that.
Maybe what's happening is they're setting up, maybe this is one of those work team building things, and what's actually going to happen out back today is we're all going to do like bungee jump trust falls.
Have fun with that.
Off the crane. Fat as I am, I will hit the pavement several times. It'll be like, psh, 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 if I jump
one of those little balls on an elastic thing that you.
Yeah. The ball on a paddle. Yeah. That's exactly what it would look like if I bungee jumped into our parking lot.
Well, that sounds like a whole lot of fun. Maybe.
That's team building.
You can't go across the lawn because that's what I would do. You know that. I'd just be like, screw this. I'm heading out now.
There's all that stupid snow.
Oh yeah.
Remember weather?
Yeah.
Those things.
I know, but yeah. See, the last time I remember looking at the lawn, it was grass. But you're right.
You mean when you were here yesterday?
No, I wasn't paying attention yesterday to the lawn. I was paying attention to the big thing in the back, thinking I don't want to park here just in case.
Well, there you go. I did, and this is my house. So as long as there's a shower, I'll find it. I'll do it in the furnace room. I'll just unhook something and just hose myself down. It'll be great.
There you go.
To the benefit of my coworkers. But I know my wife has talked about where she works, which will remain nameless for the sake of this conversation. Several things have happened like that before where she's parked somewhere and then has to ask someone politely like, hey, can you stop this huge project while I just kind of pull out of here real quick because nobody said you can.
You would think, though, common sense would prevail in a situation like that where when you see vehicles in a place that are going to be stuck in, you would take like a 5-minute pause, go knock on a door, try and figure out a way.
Who's going to answer our doors at this hour?
Well, but
no one.
That's, again, a conversation that could have been had yesterday.
They could bang on the door. It could be like the Japanese demon drummers on the front door. That'd be great. Or, no, you know what they could do? They could ride that little crane right up to the window, tap on the window.
You should just holler out there, hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
My car.
It'll be great.
Can we make that happen?
We're edging toward our 95-minute classic rock free ride. We're going to kick that off at the end of next hour. Sure. Plus, it's 2 for Tuesday, so that's going to fire off today, too. Plenty to get to. Stay here. I-95, Jay, Stu, and Corey on Bangor's classic rock station. No rain yet. I was
You were
just
out there.
outside, and
Smooth
I
car.
can prove that there's no rain yet.
It's misting in other places I've heard, but no
Is it?
rain and Brewer.
I was tired of rain last June. You know, and that's all it's done the rest of the year. Like even all winter long, all it did was rain and ruin our coast and wreck people's houses and do all this stuff. And it's like then, you know, first day of spring, what do we get? 1.5 feet of snow. It's just amazing, you know, that Mother Nature. How many times have I said it? It's not even worth saying anymore. So let's just cry.
Want to talk about something else, something good?
If there is something good, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited about this. The press release came across my desk yesterday, and I was like, ooh. So graduation ceremonies, always a time of fun and always a time of inspiration. A lot of really great motivational speakers tapped to do keynote speeches and commencement speeches, right? They have got for Husson University this year, Travis Mills.
Oh, nice.
Now, he goes all over the world to motivational speak. He is a Maine boy. And he's done some incredible things, and of course, he's got the Travis Mills Foundation with his wife. But he has got such an incredible story. But he's also just a really great speaker. I have seen him on YouTube many times doing speeches and stuff. So this year's, I think it's like the 125th graduating class over at Husson is going to get the benefit of having him speak at their commencement, which is just super cool. So I read that yesterday and thought that was pretty amazing. So they get to hear him. Like that's one. Sometimes you get them and it's like politicians, and you're like, I don't care.
Oh yeah. When I was 14, I sat through my sister's college graduation, and George Mitchell was the commencement speaker. You know, good, bad, or indifferent, but it was just like, especially at 14, talk about feeling like you got dragged to your absolute personal hell. You know what I mean? It's I'm at a college graduation. Yay!
Or my high school graduation, it was Angus King, and he was governor at the time. And I remember my classmate Kirby bear hugged him. That was the most exciting thing about the entire commencement was that Kirby wanted to bear hug him, and then like security came in, and we're like, Kirby, you can't bear hug the governor. That was what was interesting. But usually when it's politicians, you know, it's just like they talk about themselves. But Travis Mills has got this cool, like amazing story, and he's done these amazing inspirational things. So I am psyched. I kind of wish that I was going to be there just so I can hear him speak, because I know he's a really good speaker. So.
Just befriend a parent with a child who's graduating that's going to film the entire thing. You'll be all set. Actually, you know, for real, look on YouTube right after the graduation, and it'll probably be there.
Because I figure, like, if anyone's going to light a fire under your rear end to get stuff done, regardless of what you have for, you know, any kind of a challenge, it's Travis Mills.
At least for the 48 hours after the speech when you're all fired up by it, and then you settle back into your fat, lazy self like I would. I'm kidding. Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool. We've got more details up online at i95rocks.com and our app on that if you want to read it and find out when graduation is. They're going to have it at the Cross Center. So
there we go. We have things to get to next hour. We've got our 95-minute classic rock free ride. We have 2 for Tuesday. We have so much to warm up to.
We've got to talk a little bit, and I wanted to see your opinion on this too, about the possibility of starting school after Labor Day versus before.
No, I don't know. We'll see what my stupid opinion is. Stupid opinion.
Oh boy.
Anyway, stay right here. I-95.